distribution is the backbone of our country and our way of life. These businesses are people businesses that deeply care. Purpose and impact are at the heart of their vision. These distributors are a force for good. This is We Supply America, Season 3.
Brian, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Good. How are you today?
Good.
Hey, man, I hear you've got some years with this company.
A few.
Like?
41.
41. That is amazing.
I was in sales. I was in customer service. I was in purchasing here. And they asked me if I wanted to come back in the warehouse.
Okay.
And I said, absolutely. If you enjoy something, they give you opportunities to try it. If it doesn't work out, okay, now we'll find out where else we can maybe use that person. But they really tap into your strengths and then put you in that position. Obviously, they want you to succeed.
That's amazing. Okay.
The neatest part is the door. Back in the day, I had to get off the lift and raise it up by hand. Now all you got to do is walk and break the beam and it opens up.
There
for
you go. Nice. What does it mean to you personally that you've been here? You have been part of all of this growth, all of this success, all of the ability for the company to create more jobs and to contribute to the community in the way that they do, and obviously to service the customers with the expertise at Nelson-Jameson. You've been here. What does it mean to you personally that you've been part of this?
It's a lot of pride.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that you feel you accomplished something. Even if it's a small part, you were a small part of that puzzle that made it work.
Yeah. What's going through my mind is the term run to problems. Here's my interpretation of what I just heard.
Yep.
You're listening, you're working to your customers every day, and because you're so close to them, you're hearing, maybe without them saying the words, what their challenges and their struggles are. Replenishment of the products, they don't want the downtime, right? Finding quality labor, skilled labor. And so you've listened to that, and you've run to those problems and created initiatives, which have then become product and service offerings. Have
Absolutely.
I captured that right?
That was spot on. And I think just to take that a step further is that the teams that we have working on taking that problem and figuring out a solution for them have been in those positions before. They've been that maintenance manager who struggled to train their employees or keep staff in rotation, or they've been that lab manager who understands the frustrations with replenishment of lab supplies. Those are the types of areas that we really take that technical knowledge, the industry experience, and then bring it backwards to our customers, because we've been in their shoes.
My understanding is you started at that intern and you're a VP now.
I am.
Is that right?
I am, yep. And
VP of?
VP of Customer Solutions.
Okay.
So those two main areas that we were talking about, the inventory solutions and the service and repair team, are those value-added services that we're bringing then to our customer partners.
Cool.
So it's been exciting.
Yeah.
But you know, I can honestly tell you that the reason that I've been here for 13 years, and I know that I intend to be here for many more, is the culture.
I love this concept of the hero's journey. And what I hear you say is that there's kind of an ongoing opportunity to go on a hero's journey here at Nelson-Jameson. You have an opportunity to grow, and there's going to be struggles. You got to learn.
Of course.
But then once you learn that, and you can share that information, then there'll be another opportunity to grow. Am I sensing that right?
Yes, you're never stuck at the position that you are at here. There's always room to grow. There's always expansions you can go into, no matter what department you're in. It doesn't have to be the warehouse. It doesn't have to be CSR or accounting. If you want to venture somewhere else, Nelson-Jameson's more than happy to kind of lead you into the right path, which is great.
It's so cool.
Yes.
So cool.
Yeah.
So you've been here 10 years?
Yeah.
10 years or so. Do you think you'll be here another 10 years?
Oh, I guarantee it. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Why so darn emphatic?
Well, not only am I happy when I come to Nelson-Jameson, but when I go home, I'm not bringing any attitude home, or my family's happy that I have a job here. They enjoy the outside activities. When I see my family smile, my kids smile, and they're having fun, then I know it's a good company for me to be at. That's bigger to me than anything.
Okay, so when you went home to tell your wife, right? When you went home to tell your wife that you're leaving a tenured job in the University of Wisconsin system to go work for a family friend.
Yeah.
Tell me about that dynamic.
She understood who I was going to go work for.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the things that helped that discussion along too was she saw that Nelson-Jameson was taking its time helping me find the right place in the company.
Interesting.
I wasn't an obvious fit anywhere.
Yeah.
And still, I'm sure some people still think I don't quite fit in
Who's this
anywhere
man?
yet. Yeah, exactly. But it's been such a great process of reaffirmation and guidance and mentorship that's helped me to learn the business, to learn about the industry. And I wouldn't have made the change had I not felt that this company had my back 180%.
Talk to me about the humanity that this environment is designed to foster.
I think in a lot of ways the notion is that everybody needs to be accessible. Even with things like COVID, where it got challenging to try to make sense of that with work from home and other aspects. The fact is that we've continued to build programs of communication and openness that are hopefully, and made to keep communication going, to keep ideas flying. Because it's amazing to see the ways in which each department can bring new ideas or new concepts or new challenges to other departments that are out there.
And what a place to end this,
Yeah.
Wow. Make it a great day. So eudaimonia, right? Aristotle says we're all after eudaimonia to find happiness. And I think that is a way to do that. When we take it upon ourselves, knowing that the world is going to swirl around us.
Absolutely.
Right? And try to work against us even at times. It's up to us, isn't it? It's up to us to make those decisions moment to moment to moment.
Yep.
To make it a great day.
Control what you can, and the ability to have a whole bunch of team members around you that can be part and parcel of that is great too. You don't have to think that the entire company's on anyone's shoulders here. We're all going to do exactly what we can in the best way possible.
Beautiful. How long have you been with the company?
Only 27 years. Just a few days,
Just
right?
a few days.
Yes.
Over the 27 years, tell me about the journey that you've had here at
It's a
Nelson-Jameson.
tremendous journey for me because I've had so many opportunities. I started with Nelson-Jameson doing electronic repair in 1995. Think back that far, what was going on in the world.
Yeah.
Worked here for 3 years. They offered me a position to move to California. Took over management of that facility. And as the company grew, I grew with it. Was able to hire the people, serve the function as HR and those different DCs. So people grew with me, and I brought them along as the organization grew. I grew, everyone grew. So to me, it was like I got the chance to set the cornerstone in brick and mortar and in people to set the future. It's just great, wonderful.
So talk to me about what you mean setting the cornerstone for the people that drives the growth of this company.
For me, it's always looking for the hidden talent in everyone. When I look at somebody's resume, when I'm going to hire them, it's not what the position I'm hiring them for today. What are they going to do tomorrow? Where are they going to grow? One of my goals has always been to help people grow personally and professionally, whether they stay with the company or they go somewhere else. As long as I can help them in their future plans, to me, it's a win for everyone. It's a win for the organization because they value that connectivity, that mentorship, and hopefully it carries over into other positions. Or if they stay with the company for many years, that's great for the organization as well.
Yeah. Where does that desire, that yearning as a leader come from to say, that's my focus to help people grow?
Actually, I think it was my upbringing. I grew up on a dairy farm.
Okay.
So you had to grow crops. You helped grow animals, and they supported you. So to me, a lot of it comes from that upbringing and that background, because you could watch things grow. You could help it with your hands. You could make things. You could build it. To me, building a person is somewhat similar. Helping them, you're helping to build them up, bring them up. Always mentor them. Don't be negative. Be positive. And look at things as always an opportunity. It's one of the things that people here have taken from me. No matter what it is, it's an opportunity. It could be the worst day in the world. Yeah. Customers down, plants down. But if you think of it as an opportunity, how can we excel? How can we succeed and help our customers in that time of need?
You guys are really in the business of helping people fulfill their God-given potential. Is that
Correct.
fair?
I don't disagree 100%.
Yeah.
I've had people that we've started them out in one position, and we had to back up and change directions because that wasn't good for them.
I love it.
They were having a tough time, a struggle with it, and it was better to back up and change directions based on that person's needs than to have them sit in that position and be miserable. What can we do to help? And that's truly what the organization does, the ownership does. How can we help?
There's so many homegrown talents that started as an intern, started as a buyer, started as a product manager. It just, that initial setup, start up within the company and see those steps along the way just helps you do your job as an executive, as a director, because you've seen that already. You've been in those roles. So when you see something come up, it's like, yeah, I know what's happening there.
Yeah.
It just gives you a good influence.
I believe as human beings, we have this yearning to grow. We have this yearning to fulfill our God-given potential.
Correct.
We have this yearning to be fulfilled, to know that we matter and that we're making an impact. It sounds to me like this is more than a job for you here.
I wouldn't classify it as a job. I mean, some people show up to a job just because they need the money. It's not that.
What is it?
It's working with the individuals I work with, the family atmosphere, the camaraderie we have between all different team members. That's what brings me here every single day, and I love it.
I think Nelson-Jameson really seeks to understand you and your strengths and to find, opportunities for you to succeed and to help you chase your dreams. As long as you make those dreams known, they will help it happen.
What do you dream of in terms of the impact and what you want your time here at Nelson-Jameson to be?
Mine, I would say, is helping my team grow and then all of us growing together to really make NJ even better, right? I have a small segment of the whole entire company, but I think if we all keep working together to achieve our goals, and then me recognizing what are my team's goals, where do they want to be, how can I help them get there, that's all going to impact everybody at the end of the day. So,
and not just your team, everybody.
Yeah, everybody, because we're all in it together, right? That's the whole company focus, is to be better for everybody. So, yeah, I guess taking that shortly, my biggest thing would be helping my team grow and getting them where they want to be.
I'm not like an official leader, but because
we're all leaders.
Right.
We're all leaders.
The people that are on my team with me, they haven't been on the team as long as me, and so I'm teaching them, and I want to leave my department when I retire better than when I came in. So in some ways, it's leadership. And that's what my goal would be, to make sure that when I leave, the job can continue to be focused on and done in the right way.
My dream is to make food safer. I mean, the CDC has had the same stats for illnesses and deaths due to food-related illness for countless years at this point, and it has not budged in a long time. So I guess the goal and the dream would be to make that number go down and to make food more safe for people in the industry. So, and for everybody, I guess. Yeah.
Beautiful.
We don't think of ourselves as just usual business. We do really invest in our people and our communities. In fact, on our mission statement from 1947, one of the tenets is that we leave our communities a better place than what we found them.
Let's go to the golden rule, and then I'd like to hear the details of the foundation.
Sure.
Is that okay? So I don't know if I've ever heard the term a golden rule company. It's pretty cool, and I go back to our future distribution report, I go back to how I've been touched on the Sweet Supply America tour, that this word humanity just keeps coming up into my mind. That this is a business of people. As people, we're human beings with goals, dreams, souls, struggles.
Right.
Right?
Yep. We're all human.
Yes, we are.
And we all want to be treated with kindness and fairness and honesty. Yeah. And sometimes that's a little bit hard to find in this world. Yeah. And we just really endeavor to be a source and pillar of the golden rule.
I understand that you head up the Nelson-Jameson Foundation.
I do. It's a new role and a new foundation for us.
Can you tell me about it?
Sure.
Yeah.
So the Nelson-Jameson Foundation sort of developed organically. We have, for the 75 years of our existence, always been committed to service.
Yep.
In some ways, having an actual foundation is a little outside of our comfort zone because my great-grandfather had always said the left hand shouldn't know what the right hand is doing.
Okay.
Meaning,
Yeah.
it's a biblical verse,
Yeah.
but meaning that you should perform service for the good of your community, for the good of the world, but not talk about it.
Yeah, got it.
Be humble.
I see. Yep.
So this is a little outside of our comfort zone, but my brother and I realized that we could actually lead by example and empower, community members, our employees, their families to make a difference in this world and be agents of social change for the better. And my brother and I just thought, God, it's time. It's time just to put it all together and really see what we can do to help our community and help our industry and help our employees in a very public fashion and, lead by example.
We try to do best for everyone, and I think that's the magic. That's the secret sauce, I think.
I just believe that we in business have an opportunity and a responsibility to help our employees fulfill their potential.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the days of coming in and clocking in at 8 and going home at 5 and it just being a transaction. You do the work and we're going to pay. I think those days are gone.
Yeah.
I don't think all companies understand that yet,
Yeah.
but I think those days are gone.
Yeah.
And one of the things I kept hearing here in this company today is your commitment. So many people said, this company, the leadership really wants us as people, as individuals to succeed.
If you sit and you listen to people and you talk to them and you ask them some open-ended questions about, what do they really want and, what are they thinking? And, you can find out. And one of the things that I believe in, and I think most employers are adapting, is really focus on people's strengths.
Yeah.
You can spend hours telling somebody they're not good at something and try to beat them down,
Yeah.
or you can spend a few minutes with them telling them what they really did good and putting them on the right seat on the bus to really succeed. And I think that's what you're seeing here at Nelson-Jameson is just that willingness to try and try a different position. If it doesn't work, it doesn't mean that
We're going to leave. You're going to ask you to leave.
Right.
Which is so cool. Old school, right?
Yeah.
It was up or out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And, I believe in the concept of unique ability. I believe that each of us on this planet have a unique ability, that we're great at it.
Yeah.
We love it. We want to do it every day. We do it without being paid for it, right?
Yeah. And we do it naturally.
Man, you've got 55,000 SKUs. Right? You've got customers, and you've got suppliers, and you've got employees, and you've got opportunities and challenges and strategies and culture. And to me, when I look at all of that, what sums it up is that the Nelson-Jamesons of the world are a force for good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when you hear those words, force for good, and I apply that to Nelson-Jameson, what comes to your mind?
The first thought is a little bit of emotion, right? Force for good.
Yeah.
And how many people or companies can, even say those words or even go home at night and feel like they were associated with a force for good.
Right.
And with that, comes a lot of responsibility too,
Yes,
right?
Sir. Yes, sir.
And so my first thoughts is that is great, and how do we continue? How do we take it to the next level? How can we be gooder? How can and how can we do more? And that's what the Nelson-Jameson, that's what the golden rule is all about, is force for good.
Keep going though.
And the contributions that we make to the foundation, and the foundation that makes to the communities and the support,
A force for good.
It's a way of looking at it that is really empowering. You tell somebody that you are, your superpower is that you're a member of the Force for Good squad. that's, you know, that's powerful, that's impactful, right? And I think that if our employees feel that way, you know, why would they want to work anywhere else?
They wouldn't. They wouldn't.
Yeah.